Hello and welcome. In this video, we'll talk about brute forcing passwords of remote services using HYDRA, which is a parallelized login cracker that can perform fast dictionary attacks against more than 50 protocols, including Telnet, SSH, FTP, HTTP, HTTPS, SMB, Cisco AAA, several databases, and many more. HYDRA is very fast and flexible, and the new modules are easy to add. This tool makes it possible for researchers and security consultants to audit remote systems. Just for the record, other online crackers are Medusa and Encrack. If you are running Kali Linux, you will have a version of HYDRA already installed. For all other Debian-based Linux operating systems, install it from the official repository using apt install HYDRA. Install. There is also a graphical interface available that's already shipped with Kali Linux. This is the graphical interface of HYDRA. On other distributions, you can install the GUI by running apt install HYDRA -gtk. In this lecture, we'll use the command line because it's easier, and most of the time you execute a security audit from a remote server without a graphical interface installed. Let's get started. In the first example, I'll try a dictionary attack on SSH. This is the SSH server, this is its IP address, and listens on the default port 22. There is a user called Mark that has a weak password. As root, I'm starting HYDRA. HYDRA -l the user whose password I want to crack, Mark, -p, and the path to a dictionary file, usr share word list, and I'll use a password file that comes with Metasploit and contains some of the worst passwords. The password file is called Unix passwords.txt. Then -t, the number of threads to start, let's say 10, SSH, the service, : double forward slashes, and the IP of the server. 192.168.0.19, : 22. If you change the default port, you use here the correct number. Before hitting enter, I want to see the authentication logs on the server, and I'll use tail -f. I want to see them in real time. Here on the server, tail -f, and the path to the file where the SSH logs are saved, var log authentication.log. Okay. And I'm starting HYDRA by hitting enter. And we notice how the password was already found. One valid password found. On the SSH server, we notice how it has tried different passwords until it has found the good one. Let's try another brute force attack, this time on FTP on the same server. On the victim machine, I'm installing an FTP server. apt install pro ftpd. This is a well-known FTP server. It's installing pro ftpd, professional FTP daemon. Okay, it was installed. Next, I'm executing tail -f on the FTP server logs. I want to see in real time the attack. Tail -f var log proftpd and proftpd.log. And back to Kali, I'm executing HYDRA again. This time the service is FTP, it listens on port 21, and I want to find out the password of user Tor. I've already created the user, Tor. And we see how it tries password after password. In a few seconds, or tenths of seconds, the user's password will be found. It has been found. The password of user Tor is Tinkerbell. This is also a very weak password. It's a dictionary word. To mitigate these attacks, the first thing you can do is to enforce strong passwords to each user. Then, configure for each service that permits authentication the maximum number of authentication attempts permitted per connection. If possible, at least for SSH, disable password authentication and enable public key authentication. This is much more secure.